Also, let's take a look at this. There are different types of observational studies. So let's take a look at the different terms that we have for those. I'm going to actually go over the one in the middle first, a retrospective study. Retro should make you think of the past, and that's exactly what it is. It's a study of something from the past using data by looking at records and things like that. So retrospective means you're looking at the past. Prospective, which is the last one here, pro actually means you're going to be looking at the future, looking at future. So you're going to be looking at collecting data from future groups and kind of determining what's going on. So we've got retrospective, which is looking at studies of the past, prospective, which is looking at studies from the future, and our last one is going to be cross-sectional, which means you're looking across one section in time. So cross-sectional means looking at one point across one point in time. So let's take a look at these three examples and figure out if we're looking at retrospective, prospective, or cross-sectional. Scientists plan to study the health of a large group of teenagers who are at risk for type 2 diabetes for the next 10 years. So the key here is that they plan to study for the next 10 years. That means that they're planning on doing this in the future. That makes this a prospective study. In problem B, we have a questionnaire-based study that collects data on how parents feel about internet filtering as of August 2012. So this is a study about how parents feel at one specific moment in time in August 2012. Well, it's at one specific moment in time, so that's called our cross-sectional study. This last one, scientists have collected and combed through data from any records from 1945. So here we're talking about records from 1945 regarding the bombings of Hiroshima and Nagasaki to determine how the bombings affected the people living in those areas. So this is talking about looking at things from the past. So this is going to be our retrospective study. Now, there are different types of experiments and designs called randomization, replication, and, if you take science classes, you can get into what kind of experiments there are. There's double-blind experiments when the patient and who's ever performing the experiment both don't know who's getting the medicine and who isn't, that kind of thing. We're not going to go into real detail into that because I figure if you take a science course, you'll go into that.